When I found out I had cancer, my 3 kids, they were all home on winter break. They knew I was scheduled for a 14-hour prophylactic mastectomy and deep flap reconstruction the next day. We'd planned it for months, coordinated schedules, booked help, lined up recovery support. So when the imaging found something, a small tumor, I had to tell them quickly. So we sat down at the dining room table. Neil, me, my sister-in-law, my sister, and the 3 of them sat there looking at us, 21, 19, and 15. I said, during the imaging for the surgery, they found a small cancerous tumor. It's early, it's treatable, and it means I'll do treatment first and then surgery, but I'm going to be fine. My oldest, who's been on this podcast, was very matter of fact. Mom says she's going to be fine, then she's going to be fine. My middle son teared up. He was conflicted because he was leaving for college in his baseball season, and he wanted to be able to come home and see me. He felt like he should be home to support me. My daughter, she was sad and scared. She wanted to know, what does this mean for us? What is it going to be like to live here through this? All of it, logic, tears, fear, it was all love. Every reaction was love trying to find its footing. And then I had to call my parents. My mom, she's a 43-year survivor. My sister's 20 years. I told them the same thing I told the kids. It's early, it's treatable, I'm going to be fine. And they were calm, solid, no drama. Later, I found out my mom was annoyed. She thought I should have had the surgery years earlier. But she called my sister and asked what she could do to help and decided she wanted to come for my first chemo. She remembered how awful chemo had been for my sister. Turned out it wasn't awful for me at all. The protocol was different and my experience wasn't the same as theirs. But she needed to be here, and that was love too. Here's what I learned from those conversations. You cannot protect your family from how they're going to feel. They'll react, they'll process, they'll worry because they love you. And that love's going to give them strength and give you strength too. The reactions, whether it's tears, fear, awkward silence, they don't last. People figure it out. They adjust. They start to show up the way you need them. And your job isn't to manage their emotions or protect them from pain. Your job is to let the pain move through. That which you resist persists. If you can let the emotions flow, theirs and yours, they'll ease, and then what's left is love. So if you're about to tell your kids or parents about your diagnosis, here's what helped me. Choose the moment. Find a calm space, a quiet time. Don't rush. Lead with truth and hope. You don't need to dump every detail. You probably don't know everything that's going to happen or the plan. So say what's true, say what's the next step, and remind them you will have a plan. And then you got to let them feel it. Tears, silence, questions, it's love in motion. Don't try to make it prettier or shorter than it needs to be. And stay open. You're going to have more than one conversation about this. Each time, people will be a little different, and you can't control their reactions. But you can choose to stay present, honest, and just connected. That's where strength starts. Telling the people you love that you have cancer is one of the hardest things you'll ever do. But it's also where love gets real and where strength begins. That's what we do here every week on Kicking Cancer's Ass. I share stories, strategies, and mindset shifts that help you take back your power, even with cancer in the room. So if this episode helped you, here's what you can do next. Subscribe at kcapodcast.com and get in-depth articles, searchable transcripts, and access to the community. Share this episode with someone who's facing their own hard conversations and needs to know they're not alone, because cancer may be in the room, but it does not get to take your power.